whether through the legitimate oil sale by the federal government, and now the outrageous and audacious stealing and refining, Nigeria's sweet crude is having a sore commentary in recent times. Stories now abound in public domain following our report on the extent of theft and consequences seen in the sharp drop of production numbers for one of OPEC's significant members. Earlier, Channels Television brought you exclusive pictures, the first by any media station in Nigeria, of one of the suspected stealing points. That offshore platform is known as the Apremo A platform offshore Escravos and is owned by Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria. So this oil platform has three main pipelines traveling from here all the way to Escravos, and it is buried under the sea and through this swamp. This is what happens. There are three lines here. This is the test line, and that's the line we have decided to use. So it tells you that this is very active. If you look at this line, you see that it's not active. Everything around here is dried. The same with the other one. You can see the screws, the nuts are all dried up. When you see this place, it raises suspicion. Now, whenever they're ready to siphon oil, they move this, tighten it all back. It tells you, look at this, it tells you that this is active. This is very active. I mean, it's not well screwed and all of that. So it tells you they do this regularly. They open this valve. Of course, this travels all the way into onshore. So it goes all the way whenever they're ready. You can see that there's nothing connected to this exit point. It's a test line. It is not supposed to be an active line. But look at this.
With oil.
This tells you there's been a fresh onslaught, there's been fresh discharge from this point. This is crude, not engine oil, not any other thing. This is crude. So they connect a hose to this place and run it to a vessel, a flatbed vessel, not the very big ones, a flatbed vessel that can take between like 4 or 5 tons to about 6 tons because of the draft of this side of the water. And so how do you know that this is an active platform? Because if it wasn't, look at this place. Look at this. Look at this. The same points. This is active crude. If this wasn't active, then this crude shouldn't be here. Look at it. This is crude oil. It should be sealed up like this, or sealed up like this, covered. But see, so where is the cover of this pipe is the question. We asked Shell's representative what they knew of this connection, or why, despite their claimed surveillance apparatus, didn't capture this.
We did not know of this thing until when our guys discovered it when they were doing ground project.
When was that?
That was on the 1st of this month of October.
Just 1 month ago?
Yes, one week ago.
Just 1 week ago?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one.
Interesting. 1 week ago. Given the number of years this might have gone on, the quantity stolen will fall in the region of millions. It was a daring undertaking to follow the crude line through this 2.5 miles location using boats, but an effort worth the risk. No one expects the scale of investigation to be meager. What will be interesting and deterring will be the sheer number of persons who may be involved in these years of suspected racket and how they will be prosecuted, especially how retribution will be made to the country Nigeria. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Well, our senior correspondent, Olu Phillips, is not done just yet. Let's now speak with him as he joins us live from the Niger Delta region for more of his reporting on demystifying crude oil theft in the nation. Olu, good evening. Clearly an experience for you. Can you just help us understand? I mean, having been with the team trying to get to the root of this, it's an experience of a lifetime. Some would even say it's a reporter's delight just to get to the root of this. Behind the scenes, what more can you tell us about what you've discovered?
Well, the truth is that for lack of better words, we're in the dire straits as far as our industry is concerned. The numbers of production are down, and the JV partners know this. I hope this is not the reason why a lot of them are divesting and leaving this country. At the back end here in the community, we've had a lot of tremendous support from the local community people and the security agencies. We have very strong support also from the Nigerian military, as dispatched by the Chief of Defense Staff,
General Leo. We've also had support from the private security, the Tantita security guys, who have been helping us with our movement and our moves so that these things are done in the way they can be done so that we can get the kind of results or show the kind of things that we're showing. But the situation out there in the Niger Delta is terrible. The environment is devastated, terribly devastated, and I do not see any line of sight in terms of how remediation can be done to that community that is so oil-rich, yet abject poverty actually rules in this area. I spoke to one woman while we crisscrossed the creeks, and she said she was almost down, she was almost in tears, and said, listen, we can't even catch fishes anymore. The least they can get is crawfish, which they have to set all sorts of trap to be able to get. And the young men, and so this is it. I mean, some of the people also, community people who have not known any other life apart from the creek life, and who see more, things like this on TV and see modern life on TV, wonder if also they belong to this country. I'm not a government official, and this is one area I think government officials need to look into. The community also needs a lot of attention, and you also need to you need to remove the appetite to want to continue this, even though what we have also seen at the community level is a low-scale level. The more that we've seen, or what we have seen in terms of large scale, has been largely those that are being taken out of the country through the offshore. The community are like the scapegoats, as it were. They are the artisans. They do very little marginal numbers, 1,500, 200 barrels here and there. But we've seen that the large scale of crude that is being stolen out of this country leads through the offshore. And you know that the coastlines of this country needs also serious attention in terms of policing. These are some of the things we've seen in that region.
Well, Olu, speaking of that, earlier on we heard ex-militant leader Tumpolo speaking about 58 illegal oil blocks that have been discovered so far during this operation. That's huge, just thinking about the magnitude of that. With all of these discoveries, these activities, do you think it will yield positive results at the end of the day?
I think one of the smartest moves that the government had made, and as anchored on the instrumentality of the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, led by the GCO Mele Kyari, is the audacious move to involve the locals in trying to get this. So the truth is this is an aquatic area. It's not your usual land area where you understand. So even if you're a trained security operative, you will still need local intelligence to maneuver the creeks and the mangroves and the swamp. We know what we have seen maneuvering through this with the locals. So one of the smartest moves the federal government had done is to engage private security outfits, like the ones that popularly said that the High Chief Ekpamopolo has interest in. So what that has done also is that these guys have been able to identify. I think everybody has come to a dire strait where they have said to themselves, listen, our environment is the one that is destroyed. We need to begin to name and shame those who do this. You talk about 58 today. Kayode, I can tell you this for sure, and can tell Nigerians for sure, more and more humongous discoveries will be made as we enter this week. It's the legs are on the pedals, and you will see more discoveries. I'm in the know of a major discovery that is in the works right now that should be a big headline tomorrow on the news, or this week. And this is also now involving the NNPC Limited, also showing some kind of strong resolve to make sure that the barrels return and the environment is remediated. So I think there's a tripartite or tripod kind of approach to this. The community is willing. The journalists, as represented by myself and my team, and the management of Channels Television, and the military, of course, the federal government, seem to want to see this come up back. We are shamelessly doing, for lack of a better word, we've done less than 1 million. We can't even meet our OPEC quota. So we need to get the barrels back. We need to earn. I tell you something, for a line like Escravos line or the Bonny Terminal, for instance, that has been shut since about February this year, that terminal alone does close to about 300,000 barrels a day. So what that tells you is that if it produces about, if the lines are fired on and it produces about 250, in about 1 week you have more than a million barrels of oil. Right. What that tells you is that if you multiply that by $100 crude price today, in 1 week, that's one cargo, that's $100 million. We need all the monies we can get, and right. I think the government knows that this is the way to go.
Well, our senior correspondent, Olu Phillips, giving us an update on his findings on the scourge of oil theft in the Niger Delta region. Thank you so much for your reportage. We'll definitely be expecting more from you.
Thank you very much.